learn and know God's will for you. So if we're copying the behaviors of this world and the customs of this world, that can begin to blind us in who we're called to be. That can begin to blind our mindset and the person that God is wanting us to be, right? Because we're learning the customs and the behaviors of this world, it will be in turn hard for us to learn and to follow the behaviors and customs and the will of who God has created us to be. And then it says, then you will learn to know God's will for you, which is good and pleasing and perfect. God's will for us is good. His will for us is pleasing. His will for us is perfect. And so when we don't allow God's will to reign in our lives and we follow the behaviors and customs of this world, we're going to miss God. We are going to miss God. And so let's look in the Ethiopian Bible. It's my timer going off. Time to pray. Time to pray. Time to pray. All right, so let's see. Let me see if it's Romans in here. This is a new Bible. One of our new Bibles that my husband actually purchased for us. Another study Bible. I don't see Romans in this one. Let me make sure. I don't think it's in this one. Or maybe named something else. I wonder if it will be Paul's letter to the Romans, 501. Okay, cool. 501. There we go. Paul's letter to the Romans is how it's worded. So that's right, because Paul is speaking here. So 501. Paul's letter to the Romans. It says, okay, Romans 12:2. Don't be conformed to this world, but be transformed by renewing of your mind, so that you may prove what is the good, well-pleasing, and perfect will of God. Okay, so that is pretty similar to KJV, right? So don't be conformed to this world, but be transformed by the renewing of your mind, so that you may prove what is the good, well-pleasing, and perfect will of God. So again, and this is where the challenge comes in. It's not easy to not conform. It's not easy to not fit in with the in crowd, right? Because when we don't do that, we stand out. And the people that are conforming or that have conformed, they sometimes can look at you like, what's wrong with you? Or she's weird, or he's weird, or, they don't celebrate holidays. That's kind of, but the Bible tells us do not conform to the patterns of this world. So once you come into the knowledge of a thing, for one, applied knowledge is power. For two, once you know better, you should do better, right? And so for me, even with, for example, celebrating the pagan holidays, I grew up celebrating holidays, but I had no idea why or what it, where it derived from, until God led me down my own research and I started to study to show myself approved, and he led me to that. And so that's a conviction for me. And so I don't celebrate pagan holidays anymore. And I'm okay with that. It was a process that I walked myself through. I'm grateful that I'm here. And then I've also learned to not convict other people, because your conviction may not be a conviction for someone else. So because I'm convicted of that, and I don't want to have anything to do with it because of the knowledge that I have about it, and it convicts me and it grieves me. I don't celebrate it. And then like I said, I've learned to not ridicule other people that are not in that place of not celebrating it yet or having that knowledge, right? Because the Bible says, like we said, my people perish because of lack of knowledge. Everybody doesn't necessarily get the knowledge and the wisdom at the same time. And so we have to understand that and give other people grace, right? But Romans 12:2, do not conform to the patterns of this world, but be ye transformed by the renewing of your mind, so that you can know what God's will is for you, right? For me, that right there was all about a mind thing. I was in my grad year of school getting my master's, and I did my capstone final exam on neuroplasticity and how it helps to improve depression in the brain, or